Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Be sure to subscribe to our channel. We publish new videos every day. Don't forget, grab your smartphone and download the Lava Matra app and stay in touch. Guru Maharaj's message is your advantage. The following is a Caitanya Book compilation given by His Holiness Jayapataka Swami Maharaj on July 17th, 2020 in Sri Mayapur, India.
Mangalang ayate gurim yatitha chalahanvande Sri Guru Nitadhaninam Paramananda Madhavam Sri Chaitanya Ishram Hare Om Tat Sat. We're continuing with the reading on the drama by Lord Chaitanya.
So we are continuing on the reading of the drama by Lord Chaitanya,
Combining various books about this drama.
compiling various books about this drama.
This is a unique drama
This is a unique drama
because Lord Chaitanya, he takes out different roles,
because Lord Chaitanya, he takes up different roles,
and his associates take up different roles,
and his associates take up different roles,
and they actually assume that identity.
they actually assume that identity.
And then one is playing as a gopi.
That means one is playing as the gopi.
She looks like a gopi.
She looks like a gopi.
You can't tell she's not a woman.
You can't tell that she's not a woman.
Someone takes out the role of Krishna.
Someone takes up the role of Krishna.
He looks like Krishna
He looks like Krishna
directly.
directly.
And Mother Sachi, when she saw Srivas playing the part of Narad,
Mother Sachi, when she saw Srivas was playing the role of part of Narad,
she asked Malini, the wife of Srivas, is that Srivas?
she asked the wife of Srivas, Malini, the wife of Srivas, is that Srivas?
She said, yes.
She said yes.
And Mother Sachi fainted.
And Mother Sachi fainted.
He couldn't look like Narad. She couldn't recognize her own son,
She couldn't recognize her own son,
who was playing the part of Lakshmi.
who was playing the part of Lakshmi.
And Lakshmi come here on the stage.
As Lakshmi had come here on the stage.
So anyway, it's a unique drama.
Anyway, it's a unique drama.
And so today's chapter title is
The purpose of Lord's role as Adya Shakti.
শ্রী চৈতন্য চরিতামৃত আদি লীলা কভু দুর্গা লক্ষ্মী হয় কভু বাচি শক্তি খাটে বসি ভক্তগণে দিলা প্রেম ভক্তি.
The Lord sometime took the part of goddess Durga, Lakshmi, the goddess of fortune, or the chief potency Yoga Maya, sitting on a cot. He delivered love of Godhead to all the devotees present.
প্রভুর ভাববোধে সকলের অসামর্থ্য ও বিভিন্ন ধারণা. হেন দরাইতে কেউ নারে কুঞ্জন কোন প্রকৃতির ভাবে নাচে নারায়ণ.
so no one was certain
No one was certain in which
potency Lord Gauranga
potency Lord Gauranga
or Gaur Narayan
Gaur Narayan
was dancing with,
was dancing as.
No one could tell with conviction
No one could tell their conviction.
what who the Lord was playing.
Who the Lord was playing.
কখনো বলয়ে দ্বিজ কৃষ্ণ কি আইলা, তখন বুঝিয়ে যেন বিদর্ভের বালা।
Sometimes he would say, "Dear Brahman,
Sometimes he would say, "Dear Brahman,
has Krishna come?"
had Krishna come?"
And then everyone understood
From that, everyone understood
that he was taking the role as Rukmini,
he was taking the role as Rukmini,
the young lady of Vidarbha.
the young lady of Vidarbha. The phrase Vidarbher Bala refers to Rukmini, the daughter of king of Vidarbha. As Rukmini inquired from the Brahmana after his return from delivering his letter to Krishna, Mahaprabhu, being absorbed in the mood of Rukmini, made a similar inquiry.
Since all the audience
Since all the audience
are very well versed in the pastimes of Krishna,
was very well versed in the pastimes of Krishna,
when Lord Gauranga would play a certain part
when Lord Gauranga would play a certain part
and speak in a certain way,
and speak in a certain way,
then they understood that he was playing this role.
the others understood that he was playing this role.
নয়নে আনন্দধারা দেখিয়ে যখন মূর্তিমতি গঙ্গা যেন বুঝিয়ে তখন।
When the audience saw the tears of loving ecstasy
When the audience saw tears of loving ecstasy
flowing from his eyes,
flowing from his eyes,
they understood
they understood
that he was the beautiful form of the Ganges personified.
that he was the beautiful form of the Ganges personified.
ভাবাবেশে যখন বা অট্ট অট্ট হাসে, মহাচণ্ডী হেন সবে বুঝেন প্রকাশে।
Being absorbed in his love of Krishna,
Being absorbed in his love of Krishna,
when he laughed very loudly,
he laughed very loudly.
when he laughed loudly,
When he laughed loudly,
he appeared, then the audience could understand
the audience could understand
that he was manifesting the mood of Mahachandi.
that he was manifesting the mood of Mahachandi.
ঢলিয়া ঢলিয়া প্রভু নাচয়ে যখনে, সাক্ষাৎ রেবতী যেন কাদম্বীর পানে।
And the Lord Gauranga
When the Lord Gauranga
staggered around
while
acting and dancing,
acting and dancing,
he appeared just like Revati
he appeared just like Revati
after she had
drunk
some Kadambari intoxicating beverage.
some Kadambini intoxicating beverage. Kadambari. The word Revati refers to the consort of Sri Baladeva.
Baladeva is famous for taking Varuni, or the honey beverage.
Baladev is famous for taking the Varuni or the honey beverage.
ক্ষণে বলে চলো বরাই যাই বৃন্দাবনে, গোকুল সুন্দরী ভাব বুঝিয়ে তখনে।
When he would say to the old lady, dear lady, let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go to Vrindavan.
Let's go to Vrindavan.
And they understood at that time
They understood at that time
that he was acting as a young, beautiful maiden of
That-
Gokul.
that he was acting as a young, beautiful maiden from Gokul.
বীর আসনে ক্ষণে প্রভু বসে ধ্যান করি সব দেখে যেন মহাকোটি যোগেশ্বরী
When the Lord Gauranga
When the Lord Gauranga
sat down in the Virasana
sat down in the Virasan
posture and meditation,
in meditation,
everyone saw him as the goddess of millions of mystic perfections,
as goddess of millions of mystic perfections,
Yogeshwari.
Yogeshwari.
অনন্ত ব্রহ্মাণ্ডে যত নিজ শক্তি আছে সকল প্রকাশে প্রভু রুক্মিণীর কাছে
The Lord acted in the role of Rukmini.
When the Lord acted in the role of Rukmini,
When he manifested his divine potencies
his divine potencies
from the unlimited universes.
From the unlimited universes,
He manifested the role of all his various consorts from innumerable universes.
he manifested the role of his various consorts from innumerable universes,
Unlimited universes.
unlimited universes. Since Rukmini is the fountainhead of all energies, she is the origin of all manifested consorts. All the direct expansions and expansions of that fountainhead manifest within the 14 worlds in female forms to enact the pastimes of serving Krishna's various manifestation, his personal expansion and separated expansions.
There are unlimited millions of universes.
There are unlimited millions of universes.
Ananta Koti Brahmanda.
Ananta Koti Brahmanda.
In each universe there's a Vishnu.
In each universe there is a Vishnu.
And he has his consort.
And he has his consort.
So that all those consorts are coming from Rukmini.
And all those consorts are coming from Rukmini.
Who comes from Radharani.
Who comes from Radharani.
So Rukmini is the fountainhead of all the consorts.
So Rukmini is the fountainhead of all the consorts.
প্রভুর আদ্যাশক্তি বেশের উদ্দেশ্য বপ্পদেশে মহাপ্রভু শিখায় সবারে পাছে মোর শক্তি কুঞ্জনে নিন্দা করে
Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he taught and instructed everyone.
Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he taught and instructed everyone
On the pretext of accepting the form of Adya Shakti.
On the pretext of accepting the form of Adya Shakti.
And in the future, no one should criticize
In the future, no one should criticize
any of his Shakti,
any of these potencies. The Mayavada philosophy, which denies the potency of the absolute truth, is based on mundane conceptions. By accepting the potencies of Lord Vishnu as equal to the potencies of Rudra, the impersonalists reject the concept of potencies. Persons who follow the philosophy of material variegatedness recognize the mother of all universes and living entities and the enchantress of Mahesha as the predominating deity of material happiness and distress, and attribute false on her, so that no one would blaspheme the internal potency by considering her non-different from the external potency. Sri Gaurasundar enacted the pastimes of Rukmini to reveal to all living entities that the energy and the energetic are non-different.
The Lord manifests his energies,
Since the Lord manifests his energy,
just like the sun manifests light and heat.
just like the sun manifests light and the heat.
So the sun is the energetic,
So the sun is the energetic.
and the light and the heat are the energy.
So the light and the heat are the energy.
You cannot separate the light or heat from the sun.
We cannot separate light and the heat from the sun.
So in the same way, Krishna and his energy is non-different.
So in the same way, Krishna and his energy are non-different.
লৌকিক বৈদিক যত কিছু কৃষ্ণ শক্তি সবার সম্মানে হয় কৃষ্ণে দৃঢ় ভক্তি।
All the potencies of Krishna,
All the potencies of Krishna,
whether they are mentioned in the Vedas
either they are mentioned in the Vedas,
or by common understanding,
by common understanding,
by respecting them,
by respecting them,
one gets firm devotional service for
one,
Lord Krishna.
one gets firm devotional service to Lord Krishna. By respecting Krishna's energies that are present within the 14 worlds and his transcendental energies that are described in the Vedas, one's devotion to Krishna becomes fixed. Rather than considering the universal energy of Krishna as mundane, one should consider them transcendental and pray to them for devotional service to Krishna. Rather than seeing the energies of Krishna mentioned in the Vedas as mundane, if one respects them as maidservants of the gopis, then one's devotion to Krishna becomes strengthened.
So if we see Radharani and the gopis
So if we see Radharani and the gopis
and the different energies,
and the different energies,
queens and Dwarka, the Lakshmis and Vaikuntha,
the queens of Dwaraka and Lakshmis of Vaikunta in Vaikunta,
and we see them all very respectfully,
we see them all very respectfully,
pray for them for pure devotion.
pray to them for pure devotion.
Our devotion for Krishna becomes strengthened.
Our devotion towards Krishna becomes strengthened.
দেবদ্রোহ করিলে কৃষ্ণের বড় দুঃখ গণ সহ কৃষ্ণ পূজা করিলে সে সুখ।
Krishna is very unhappy
Lord Krishna is very unhappy
when one offends the devas, the demigods.
when one offends the devas, demigods.
Rather, Krishna is happy
Rather, Krishna is happy
if one worships Krishna along with the demigods,
if one worships Krishna along with the demigods.
and Krishna is pleased.
Then Krishna is pleased.
One thinks the devas are separate from Krishna,
If one thinks that the devas are separate from Krishna,
rather than respecting them
rather than respecting them
as the servitors of Krishna,
as the servitors of Krishna,
then Krishna is not pleased.
then Krishna is not pleased.
Krishna is known as Deva Deva, or the Lord of the Devas.
Krishna is known as Deva Deva, or the Lord of the Devas.
So if one worships Krishna along with the Devas,
If one worships Krishna along with the Devas,
and Krishna's happy.
then Krishna is happy.
The reason why the devas or demigods is because they worship Krishna.
This is because the Devas or demigods, because they worship Krishna.
They worship Lord Vishnu.
They worship Lord Vishnu.
So the pure devotee gives up material sense enjoyment and praise to everyone, including the devas.
The pure devotees gives up material sense enjoyment and praise for everyone, including the demigods,
For the devotional service to Lord Krishna.
for the service of Lord Krishna, devotional service of Lord Krishna.
So naturally such prayers are devoid of material urges.
Naturally, such prayers are devoid of material urges
For material enjoyment.
for material enjoyment.
And rather, one follows the example of the Lord's associates.
Rather, one should follow the examples of the Lord's associates,
And thus become liberated
thus become liberated
from material concepts.
from material concepts.
Like one worships the demigods
If one worships the demigods
in order to gain some material sense gratification,
in order to gain some material sense gratification,
Krishna is not pleased.
Krishna is not pleased.
Now, people who are intoxicated by material enjoyment,
People who are intoxicated by material enjoyment,
they try to enjoy through worshipping the demigods or different human beings.
they try to achieve it through worshipping different demigods or human beings.
And since this is against devotional service to Krishna,
Since this is against towards devotional service of Krishna,
Krishna becomes greatly unhappy.
Krishna becomes greatly unhappy.
In this way, they're actually cheating the demigods.
So in this way, they are actually cheating the demigods.
They worship them not because they really respect the demigods.
They worship not because they really respect the demigods.
They worship to get some material benefit.
They worship them to get some material benefit.
So therefore, Krishna cannot be pleased by this cheating.
Therefore, Krishna cannot be pleased by such cheating, this cheating.
In the Srimad Bhagavatam, it glorifies the Mahabhagavat pure devotees
The Srimad Bhagavatam, it glorifies the Mahabhagavat, pure devotees,
because they are free from the fault-finding tendency
because they are freed from the fault-finding tendencies
on petty things.
and on petty things.
And in the Shastra, there's no allowance for blasphemy.
In the Shastra, there is no allowance for blasphemy.
And seeing the demigods as the Lord's associates,
So, seeing the demigods as the Lord's associates,
one should not blaspheme them.
one should not blaspheme them.
And Jiva Swami's Bhakti Sandarbha
In Jiva Goswami's Bhakti Sandarbha,
is stated,
it is stated, the different demigods like Ganesh and Durga that are mentioned in reference to worship of the Lord's abode and associates are eternal associates of the Lord in Vaikuntha like Vikshvakshena and others. Therefore, they are not like the Ganesha and Durga of the material world. Demigods like Ganesha and Durga, born of the material energy, are different from them. It is stated in Bhagavatam 2.9.10, Na yatra maya kim utapare. The illusory external energy has no jurisdiction in Vaikuntha. So, what can be said of the qualities like lust and greed?
So the one day Durga is under potency of Yogamaya.
So, the mundane Durga is under the potency of Yoga Maya,
Under the control of potency of Yogamaya.
under the control of the potency of Yoga Maya.
So Yogamaya entrusts Durga with the
So, Yoga Maya entrusts Durga with the
hiding of mantras
hiding of mantra.
received Krishna mantra received by the people who don't chant it.
Receive Krishna mantra by people who don't chant them.
After receiving initiation, the people who don't chant the mantras
After receiving initiation, these people who don't chant the mantra,
don't worship the predominating deity of the mantra,
don't worship the predominating deity of the mantra,
or don't respect the mantra.
or don't respect the mantra.
So the different demigods
So the different demigods
should praise the Lord,
should praise the Lord,
face.
face the Lord.
In this way, people will not be confused
In this way, people will not be confused
that the demigods are worshippers of the Lord.
that the demigods are the worshippers of the Lord.
So many people ask
So many people ask
what to do if you have deities of the demigods and Krishna.
what to do if we have the deities of the demigods and Krishna.
So we offer the worship first to Krishna,
We offer our worship first to Krishna,
and then we offer the Krishna prasad to the devas.
then we offer the Krishna prasad to the devas.
What time is it?
7:30 Guru Maharaj.
যে শিখায় কৃষ্ণচন্দ্র সেই সত্য হয়, অভাগ্য পাপিষ্ঠমতি তাহা নাহি লয়।
Whatever Lord Krishna Chandra teaches,
Whatever Lord Krishna Chandra teaches,
that is the truth.
that is the truth.
The unfortunate, sinful
The,
persons do not accept it.
the unfortunate sinful people do not accept it.
Okay? Any questions?
Any questions? Normally we see that like our acharyas have said we are allowed to celebrate festivals like Shivaratri of celebration of Lord Shiva in relation with Krishna, but sometimes we hear that we cannot celebrate Shivaratri. So what is the actual position, Guru Maharaj? Sometimes we celebrate. It is said by our acharyas that Shivaratri can be celebrated seeing Lord Shiva in relationship with Krishna as a devotee of Krishna. But sometimes we hear that we cannot celebrate such festivals. So what is the actual thing that we should do?
We're allowed to worship Shiva or the different demigods
We are allowed to worship Shiva and the different demigods
in the proper position.
in the proper position.
They should be respected as the associates of the Lord, as the devotees of the Lord,
They should be respected as the associates of the Lord or the devotees of the Lord,
not as independent, equal or greater to the Lord.
not independent or equal or greater to the Lord. Dear Gurudev, please accept my respectful obeisances at your lotus feet. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. All glories to you. Thank you very much for narrating these nectarian pastimes of Lord Gauranga. I feel myself very fortunate to be a part of Srila Prabhupada's family. Thank you for blessing us all with your divine association. But Gurudev, I am unable to follow one very important instruction of Srila Prabhupada, which is to wake up early in the morning for attending Mangalarati. I try for a few days and then I lose my enthusiasm. Gurudev, could you kindly elaborate on the importance of Mangalarati and waking up in the Brahma Muhurt? And please bless me so I can follow this instruction. Your eternally insignificant aspiring servant, Nandita Chawla.
Thank you, Nandita.
Thank you, Nandita.
Sometimes devotees would ask Srila Prabhupada
Sometimes devotees would ask Srila Prabhupada
this question.
this question.
He would advise them to take rest early,
He would advise them to take rest early,
to not eat heavy prasadam late at night,
do not eat heavy prasadam late at night.
he would take puff rice or some
He would take
light meal,
puff rice or some light meal,
and then like this he was instructing people not to eat too heavy at night,
like this he was instructing people not to eat too heavy at night
so that they could wake up early.
so that they can wake up early.
The early morning is considered in the mode of goodness.
The early morning is considered as to be in the mode of goodness.
That time is very good for our spiritual life.
That time is very good for our spiritual life.
And then it goes on,
As the day goes on,
the amount of passion comes into play.
the mode of passion comes into play.
And then in the evening,
And in the evening,
the mode of ignorance.
the mode of ignorance.
So if you don't chant and you don't attend the Mangal Arati or
If you don't chant or attend the Mangalarati
in the Brahma Muhurta,
in the Brahma Muhurta,
you're missing the best time of the day
you are missing the best time of the day
for spiritual life.
for your spiritual life. Hare Krishna Guru Maharaj, please accept my respectful obeisances. Kindly explain how to apply the third verse of Shikshastakam in practical life. Dhruv Gupta.
There's a book by famous author Dale Carnegie.
There is a book by famous author
Dale Carnegie.
Dale Carnegie.
How to make friends and influence people.
How to make friends and influence people.
And basically, the whole book is on this third verse of the Shikshastakam.
Basically, the whole book is on the third verse of Shikshastakam.
Be humble,
Be humble,
praise other people,
praise other people.
don't expect any praise for yourself.
Don't expect any praise for yourself.
Influence people,
Influence people.
make friends.
Make friends.
That will influence people, make friends.
That will pull people to make friends.
How to practically apply.
So how to practically apply?
It's not, what's the difficulty?
What is the difficulty?
Be humble,
Be humble.
be tolerant,
Be tolerant.
offer respect to others.
Offer respects to others.
Don't expect respect for yourself.
Don't expect respect for yourself.
Not so difficult.
So it's not so difficult.
So, Dhruva
So Dhruva Gupta,
please accept my blessings.
please accept my blessings.
Krishna Matrasa.
Krishnir Matirastu. Question from Shashimukhi Radha Devidasi. Just as Krishna Prasadam is offered to the demigods, can the same be offered to our loved ones who have left their body regularly, or should this only be done on their disappearance tithi? Thank you.
Usually we offer it on the disappearance anniversary.
Usually we offer it on the disappearance anniversary.
And I never heard of offering it every day.
I never heard it offering it every day.
But I don't know if there's any restriction against that.
I don't know whether any restrictions against that.
We go to the Gaya to offer the worship to the Gadadhar lotus footprint.
If you go to the Gaya to worship the Gadadhar's lotus footprints,
that may be at any day.
that may be at any day,
And offer to the forefathers.
and to offer to the forefathers.
I don't think there's any restriction, but
I don't think there is any restrictions, but
at least one should offer every day, every disappearance anniversary.
at least one should offer every disappearance anniversary.
Last question to Umarani Nandarajan.
Hare Krishna Guru Maharaj, please accept my respectful obeisances.
I said that
What mood when we meet demigod worshippers? Umarani Natarajan. What mood we should have when we meet those who worship the demigods?
a merciful mood.
A merciful mood.
We respect the demigods as servants of Krishna.
We respect the demigods as the servants of Krishna.
I'm assuming that is thinking about demigod worshipper
Assuming that you are speaking about the demigod worshippers
who thinks that the demigod is equal to Krishna.
who thinks that the demigods are equal to Krishna.
And Krishna is not pleased with that,
But Krishna is not pleased with that.
and neither is the demigod.
With that,
Neither is the demigod.
neither as the demigod.
Since the demigods are devotees of the Lord.
Since the demigods are the devotees of the Lord,
So depending on how much you can tell the devotees of the demigods,
depending on how much you can tell the devotees of the demigods,
the Bhagavad Gita tells us
the Bhagavad Gita tells us
that Krishna is ultimately the one who gives
that Krishna is ultimately the one who gives
the benedictions of the demigods,
the benedictions through the demigods,
because he is in the heart of the demigods.
because he is in the heart of the demigods.
So, ideal way is to worship Krishna
So the ideal way is to worship Krishna
and offer the prasad to the demigods.
and offer the prasad to the demigods.
But whether you are able to convince the worshipper of the demigods,
Whether you are able to convince the worshippers of the demigods,
I don't know.
I don't know.
Thank you.
Do you like our ad-free videos? Be sure to subscribe to our channel. We publish new videos every day, and don't forget to like and share our channel.